living in Nigeria is a tough life, but living in Nigeria where we have Nigerian writers to spice of life, it makes pain a lot bearable. Hi, I'm Roving. Welcome to Roving True Books, and today I will be discussing Of This Our Country by different Nigerian writers, edited by Lola Shenaye. Let's get into it. Nigeria is a country, obviously, in West Africa, and we have so many talented writers in Nigeria. And this collection of essays, it just shows how talented these writers are. I remember reading it and I was like, oh wow, this is beautiful. I was so proud of being in Nigeria when I read it. It was just when people you really like come together to sing a song or an album, and you're just going go. You're like, yeah. So why this is really beautiful is because it is diverse. So we know that these Nigerian writers, they come from different parts of Nigeria, and because of that they talk about different things. For example, somebody is talking about how Kilishi came into existence, was this year, and I'm like, I love this a lot. I never thought of the history, so thank you very much for this. Another person is talking about how Lagos can be a very crazy place. That was Chimamanda, by the way. She was talking about her experience in Lagos and how Lagos can just be. And me, because I have been to Lagos, yes, but I have not been to some parts of Lagos. Yeah, so it was like, say what? What did you say? Also, there was the part of rain falling cats and dogs, and I'm like, sorry, I can't relate to this. Not because rain doesn't fall. Yeah, rain falls in Abuja, by the way. It's just not always cats and dogs, It's not, that's beside the point. So when I reviewed Small by Small, I was saying that I fell in love with Ike Anya's writing because I read his work somewhere else. Now this is a somewhere else, and his writing was titled A Banner Without Stain. So let me explain something to you. If you are not a Nigerian, let me tell you this. In the year 2020, Nigerian youth took to the streets to protest NSAS. Now, NSAS was a particular part of the Nigerian security, whatever. They were killing us. That's what I would say. And Nigerians came to protest, like, why would you do this to us? Why would you do this? So it was an NSAS protest. And they were using the flag of Nigeria to protest, because it was a peaceful protest. It was a very peaceful protest. So they were, if you see people holding the flags of their country, you should know that, this is a peaceful protest, right? Our government, or some people, did not think otherwise, because they've been telling us they don't know who sent them. So some people came and they ran down bullets on people protesting with just the flag. I remember that day, I remember that night, I remember feeling so distraught. I was traumatized. See, I wasn't in Lagos. But it felt such, I don't know how to explain. I wasn't even on Twitter then, because it was on Twitter that everything was pretty much unraveling. But there was this it was like the foundation of my person had been shaking, and I realized for the very first time that I did not mean anything to my government. Like, I did not mean one single thing, and it goes for the thousands of us. We don't mean anything to the government. I remember discussing with my friend, like, we haven't heard anything from Buhari, because he was our president at that time. And one day we didn't hear anything. Second day we didn't hear anything. Third day, I think it was the third day, when he gave us an address. And I missed, at that moment, I missed Goodluck Jonathan's wife. I really missed her, because I felt like, one, something like that would not have happened if Goodluck was a president. Two, at the very least, we would have gotten a very empathetic message. Everybody was laughing when Patient Jonathan made the video where she was saying there is God, and she burst into tears. But let me be honest with you guys, no other president's wife will cry about you people. See, they will not cry, they will not shed, even if it is fake tears, they will not shed fake tears for you guys. Okay, so the quote reads, it takes courage to admit that loving this country is like being in love with an abusive partner, one who needs help but refuses to accept it. He goes on and on, but he concludes with, nothing hurts like loving what frightens you the most. And I think this just captured my feelings about Nigeria, because Nigeria scares me. Nigeria frightens me, but in some weird way I do not understand. I still love this country, and I thought something was wrong with me because it did not make sense to me that I would love a country that kept on treating me this way. For instance, for example, how has Nigeria treated me badly? I went to a federal government university and I spent 10 years studying a 5-year course. I mean, that's the running joke in my class. Okay, there's even another issue on ground, but the running joke we used to make was that after using my 20s to chase my law degree, I know I'm practice. I'm gonna practice. You're going because okay, I studied law in uni. So everybody's like, I have spent so much time chasing this particular thing. It will make no sense for me to not use this degree. Now, the reason why they are saying this is because due to the many strikes and breaks that we had, people had to do something with their time. They had to find other sources of income. You know, if you know that you're going to be in school for this number of years and then the number of years have gradually passing by and you just have to do something. When I think about how much Nigeria has traumatized just me, and I'm one person in how many people? One person in millions. And if you even talk about it, my own case is not the worst case scenario. There are people that have suffered worse in Nigeria because of Nigeria. So, and they still love Nigeria. There are people that have lost their loved ones, they've lost their family. People that are living in Jos have lost so many things to Nigeria, but some of them weirdly they still love Nigeria, they still love Jos. And that particular quote was by, you know, I told you guys I love Abubakar Adam Ibrahim. This is one of the reasons why. So it's titled One Season Many Decades. Now, I love the introduction of this book because it was Ayobami Adebayo. She was talking about how some people did not know the national anthem. Yes. And how storytelling, some people did not know the national anthem. Let me read. There was a part she read though. So, arise, oh compassion. That's what I grew up singing, and then eventually I learned it. Arise, oh compatriots. For goodness sake, every time I say this, I remember, oh, I'm talking about the old national anthem. Our new national anthem is the one Ike Anya wrote on, which makes it all the more sad because the lyrics of that anthem shows, oh my goodness, I've left the page. Yes, a banner without stain. Now, this is what makes it very painful. Gosh, see how many pages I've already highlighted right now. Now, you see this? Okay, I don't know if you can see this. A banner without stain. This is our second stanza. Now, imagine tying this to the scenes of the answers. I'm very sure you can imagine the imagery, but when you read it, you understand what I am talking about. So when she was talking about now I'm going back to Ayobami Adebayo's story where she was talking about the arise of compassion. I don't know where we learned that. I don't know how we, I was surprised that it happened to her too, because I was like, oh my goodness, this is what I used to sing till I learned it was arise, O compatriots. And we learn how Nigeria also fails her. It's a very sad thing when you realize that a country has the habit of failing its people, a habit of traumatizing its people, and people have given up. Many people have given up, and because they have given up, they have resorted to traveling. Because when you travel, yes, news of Nigeria will still reach you, but it is not because of something that is happening to you. But there's also the discourse of, if you save yourself, what of your other loved ones, what of your other family members, what of your other friends, what are you going to do about it? It raises questions of what we're going to do with Nigeria. We cannot throw this country away. What are we going to do about Nigeria? This collection is completely non-fiction, one. Two, I want you, when you read it, I want you to know that it may take a while to finish, because it did take a while for me to finish this, but it's still a very beautiful book. So when you're reading it, you should understand that you are reading the realities of many Nigerians, one. And you should also know that because you are reading these realities, it is something you have to understand. It's something you have to swallow in. It's a bitter pill, but you have to swallow it simply because this is what is happening to us in Nigeria. It's happening to many people are saying this is what's happening to them. You have to believe it, right? And I highly recommend this book. I've talked about it on Twitter a lot, but yes, I'm saying it now. I highly recommend Of This Our Country. It's a very, very brilliant collection. You learn more about Nigeria, things that you did not know. I mean, there's so many things about Nigeria I did not know that I learned in this book. So that's all for me for Of This Our Country. Bye. See you.